So this is a prototype for Public Labs thermal flashlight project, and I'm going to show how it works in a minute, but I just wanted to run through the design of the board. This board is very much based on the Squareware 2.0 board that is one of Rgb designs. Because the functionality of that board matched up very nicely with what we wanted to accomplish here. I've chosen a different microcontroller chip and made some other modifications, but yeah, it's heavily influenced by that design. And it's also nearly entirely assembled by Ray of Ray's Hobby. He lives in Amherst, right nearby me, and he is a wonderful open source advocate and helped out a lot. So let's see, what do we have here? Coin battery, rechargeable coin battery, can be recharged via USB over here, and USB is how you program the device. There's also a port here for an external LiPo battery if one wanted to use an external battery. On-off switch, and I messed up with the label so that on is actually off, but you can figure that one out. But I'll be changing that in the next design, the next iteration of the design. Reset switch, and this is the IR sensor. So that's this little can here, this little tin can, and it will sense the temperature of an object that is within a certain distance and angle range in front of it. And it also has an internal ambient temperature sensor, so you can also measure, say, the temperature of the room at the same time. We've got a Piezo Buzzer, and that was intended to provide perhaps a Geiger counter-like effect when measuring various temperatures. So maybe the buzzer would have a different tone or a different rate associated with a different frequency associated with different temperatures. But I've played with that, so it does work, but I haven't implemented that in the demo I'm about to show. And then there's a place over here, those two little yellow looking circles. That's a footprint for a screw terminal that could connect to a thermistor, so that this board could be used in a thermal fishing bob configuration, which is another Public Lab project. And then we've got 4 LEDs across the top here. These are RGB LEDs, red, green, blue, and various mixtures of those colors. And we messed up when populating the board, and because of a code error that I'd made, we thought that there was something wrong with these LEDs, so we actually tore off the resistors that are required to get them hooked up, and now I don't think it's going to be possible to, or it's anyway not easy to replace those resistors right now. So we only have one of those LEDs currently operating. So I'll show a demo in a minute, but this is the basic design of the board. Okay, so I had to sort of change focus levels so that you could see the environment here. I am in a really nicely appointed kitchen here in Somerville, Massachusetts. There's tea on the stove, and I sort of left the lights out so that you can see the thermal flashlight in operation a little bit better. So if I turn it on, then it turns green, and I should explain that the way I programmed it at this point, I have written code such that if the object that's being sensed by the sensor is within 5 degrees Celsius of the ambient temperature that sensor also is sensing, it will turn green. It will turn this LED green. If it's above that range, it'll turn red, and if it's below that range, it'll turn blue. So apparently the camera and I are both within 5 degrees Celsius of ambient temperature. as is this shelf and the toaster apparently, and the wall. As I move closer to the window, let's see. Oh, okay, so we're all within range here. Yeah, okay, so now, I don't know if you can see that, but when I was testing this earlier, this is what happened, that apparently right around here, the window is showing it's below that 5-degree range of around ambient temperature. And let's see, so there we are, and then I have some tea going on over here. So let's see, if I look at the stove, it's sort of lighting the stove up green, but then as I get closer to the tea, you see that it's warmer. It's above that range. And yeah, so looks like it's sort of working. And you know, with more sophisticated code, one could create a less abrupt transition in color, so that there's a wider range of colors associated with the various temperatures. But this seems to be sort of a basic way to do it. Let's see, yeah, blue, green. Yep, there we go. So thermal flashlight prototype. There's some changes to be made on the board, but the basic design seems to be sound. And there we go.